I am Darrell.
And I'm Elia.
And we are Black Nerdy Scholars. The sun has finally started to come out in the Midwest. It was nice and warm this week, and it's been so good. It's been so nice. It's raining right now. Don't look outside. Don't look outside. but it's been nice. It's been really nice.
It's giving y'all are getting springtime finally.
Maybe. I think there's still room for another fake out. I think there's still plenty of room for another fake out.
Okay.
We have like 4 false starts of spring before spring actually starts, which is nice because it's just in time for me to move. Kenny and I are moving, which is really excited. New house, it's great. I'm really excited. I'm really happy to move to the next place, and so that's really fun.
I'm excited for y'all.
Thank you.
I've been good. I felt like this week felt 2 weeks long, and I was wondering why, and I realized it's because I actually hosted all 3 days of class this week, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and last week I canceled Monday because I hurt my foot. But I'm like, whoa, that Monday, Wednesday, Friday is torture. Nobody should have to teach that. Nobody should have to attend it. Just make all classes 2 days and
yeah. My first year of my PhD program, I had a class on Friday, and that was like the first Friday class I had in a long time, and it was the last Friday class I've ever had. And it was like the welcome to graduate studies class, and I hated it. It was awful. Really, really awful. Really, really didn't like it. But thankfully, like the core group of friends that I have here, we kind of had a chance to bond over it being awful. So that's
I feel like
nice.
that's the main meaningful thing from the bullshit intro to grad class is like,
I guess,
talking to people in your cohort and realizing that, whoa, you don't really have too many times to like talk to people in your department.
Yeah.
Like by this point, I don't know who's in my department anymore because I'm that far removed from,
like there are people from that class that I haven't seen in what feels like years.
Yeah.
And there's a chance I might never see them again. Which is okay. People live their own autonomous lives.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, really quick, this is not related. Hard pivot. Everyone grab onto the seat. Did you see David finally got arrested?
Yeah.
Whoa. Good. Finally.
Good, but
it feels like this has been going for what, 2 years?
Has it? I feel like
maybe that's too long. Maybe that's too long.
Maybe a year.
Maybe a year.
Or at least at least 6 months.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't know, David D4vd is a musical artist who like made his name mostly in like nerd spaces, weeb spaces. He did music for
Does he do sad boy
Arcane. He does a little bit of sad boy music. He did music for Invincible. He had a really good year. He has been charged with first-degree murder.
Got him.
Of a 15-year-old?
She's 14.
14-year-old?
I think when he started grooming her.
He had a 12-year-old girlfriend, I guess. I would use the word victim, but whatever. And people knew about it. Like her friends knew about it, his friends knew about it.
Everybody in that little Discord knew about it.
They thought it was funny. They thought it was funny in the Discord. Crazy. What are you doing?
What is happening?
They had like matching tattoos on their fingers. She had his name tattooed on them, and they found her disassembled in the trunk of his Tesla while he was on tour. And it took like a year for them to finally arrest and now press him with charger. Apparently they found a bunch of CP on his phone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were like, wow, what's the holdup? And I'm like, well, they're probably making sure this shit is airtight. Like they got all their P's and Q's as far as prosecution.
Apparently they're like doing an expedited process though.
Even with the expedited process, it took that long. Damn. Justice system is
so let me say this. Now that he has been arrested, it seems like the timeline is really
expedited
because I've heard, and I guess fact check me if I'm getting these numbers wrong. I think the judge is like aiming for 60 days.
Okay.
He's like, let's do the trial in 60 days, which is
really fast,
real fast.
actually.
That's real fast. Yeah. I mean, if he did it, good riddance, go to jail.
Peace.
There's very few other things to say. It sucks.
At the very least, his career donezo.
Done.
Good.
Because I don't have the facts. The court case hasn't come out. I haven't seen the evidence, but I've read a lot of books. And the fictional narrative, I feel like, happened if these were fictional characters. He started popping off in my imagination. His career started popping off. He's dating this teenager. She's like, I'll tell. And he's like, no, my chance. I gotta chop her up and put her in my trunk.
Even worse, it's seeming like
yeah, sorry, say your thing.
It's seeming like, okay, the fictional characters. He's this guy, his career starting up. He uses this career in order, of course, to have access to people like 12-year-olds who are like, he makes music, I like him, I'm a fan, I want to date him. Of course, you're 12, so you don't know things. You're 12.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm like, dude, you
like I love being a nerd, but also
God, some of them.
God, a lot of nerds are fucking weirdos, man. A lot of them, sure. Because the Sykkuno thing just happened. Sykkuno was outed. Sykkuno was a streamer, or I guess is a streamer that was just outed for like serial cheating.
Is he the one who does the Deku voice?
His natural speaking voice sounds like the English dub of Deku from My Hero Academia. Like, he kind of just sounds like this. Wow. I never thought someone like you, an 18-year-old, would like me. Like, he kind of just speaks an anime voice all the time. And I say that from the position of, like, comedy and not from the position of, at least not intended from a position of racism, because it's hard to be like, wow, this Asian man speaks like an anime character, because like that's like not what I intended. He sounds specifically American like dub. Deku, to the point where the voice actor for Deku read his apology letter. It's not funny. Real people were hurt, but also it's kind of funny.
The apology was bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, girlfriend. Oh, it was really about his girlfriend and cheating. And I'm like,
I'm so sorry to everyone, especially my girlfriend. I'm pretty sure we emotionally know the answer, but to articulate it, what is it about nerd spaces that attracts these kind of men? Before you answer that, naturally, this is not exclusive to nerd spaces. There is a gender problem. There is a power problem. There is a consent problem. All of these things intertwine to form a pervasive practice in a society that kind of blows sexual assault under the rug. But it does feel like there is a brand. There's a nerdy brand of this kind of violence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it gives like senior hanging out with freshmen vibes.
Because we all knew one.
We all knew one. And so, like, what? Is there something more we can say about nerd culture when it comes to this kind of grooming epidemic and like I don't know what else to call it.
I'm not sure, but I do think, taking it back to some of our conversations about like growing up and being in spaces of people who like anime, and typically that was not considered to be a cool thing. So, you might have been on the realm of being an outcast or something in school. So I do think like maybe that space of like the outcast or whatever might like, certain kinds of like weird nerds will gravitate to that kind of space. And
there's this idea that like I'm finally cool for the thing other people used to pick on me for.
Yes.
And I don't want to like infantilize anyone and be like, oh, I'm cool now, and I just didn't know what to do, because I feel like that's how Sykkuno talks.
Yes.
But I do think there is this, to use a like nerdy term, there's like a power creep. there is a encroaching sense of sense and power that comes from going what feels like at minimum, and for some people literally, a bottom rung in society to not just an acceptable one, but like a superior one.
Yeah. And like I feel like the shift is definitely related to now we have these streamers and these content creators who are making money off of like doing nerd shit, and they have like this fame and this notoriety, and a lot of them have access to women they wouldn't have been able to get if it weren't for this kind of attention.
And yet they tend to go younger.
Yeah.
You couldn't... there are plenty of women specifically, like all kinds, but this problem is weighted when it comes to gender, right?
Yeah.
But there are plenty of women your age that are now super interested in you because you like the stuff that you like. Is it just that doesn't feel powerful enough?
Honestly, I do feel like that. I do feel like at least there might be like a disconnect with women their age, or they might younger women seem more malleable. They seem like easier targets. So probably the same reasons that men usually date women who are younger than them, just now in this nerdy space.
Yeah. Or in tandem, I do think there's probably, I think women your own age have a better sense of smell for loserdom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of men your age. And so it's like, even if there's this idea that like, well, those girls used to bully me, and so like, egad, alas, I cannot like date these women. Which, if that's the thing, you should go to therapy and not date a teenager. In case anyone was concerned about what to do about that, there is this like, a 30-year-old woman can smell when a 30-year-old dude is a loser.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you can see it on the techno oligarchs that are currently dominating the world. They're
Elon Musk.
Losers, dude. They're a bunch of losers.
Elon Musk, the super loser who couldn't even get into the like loser club. He was that much of a loser.
The loser couldn't even get invited to loser club. Yes. Oh my god. Yeah. It sucks because like it's so, I don't want to say it's easy. Because it isn't. I was gonna say it's so easy to not be a loser. And I take it back. I don't know if that's true. I feel like whether people consider me a loser or not, I no longer feel like a loser. And
it's easy to not be creepy. Time. How about that?
It's easy to not be creepy. There it is. There it is. It's really easy not to be a creep. It's real easy. But to not be a loser, you do have to do some.
You gotta do some soul
introspection.
Searching.
You gotta do some soul searching. Go find your soul, dude.
You gotta get some confidence. Honestly, I hate to say it. It sounds easier said than done, of course. But like, I think of younger me who was just, most of my problems were rooted in just me being deeply insecure.
Yeah.
And there's really only one solution to that. You gotta. Yeah. Also, as Fiona Apple said, just think about yourself less. I think that actually helps. Or like, think about being perceived less. Like, I know we talk about like how we're in like a, a moment of hyper perception. Like everybody's always looking at each other online, blah, blah, blah. But when you're outside in your everyday life, you're like, fuck it. Yes. the surveillance panopticon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Foucault.
And it's only getting worse.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So
but yeah,
hopefully we'll have a Butlerian jihad like in Dune. Yeah. All right. That's enough about creeps. Let's get into the content catch up.
Did you watch Euphoria yet?
No, I haven't. I heard it was bad. I heard it was bad, and I was gonna watch it more. Yeah.
I do appreciate with her. She just seems like she cares about her craft, you know. Even if the craft she's working on, you know, we know Euphoria shit. But she's still.
I've heard everyone's phoning it in. I also I know we've talked about it on a previous episode. I feel like I signed up for a teenage drama, and now that they're all adults, this feels like a different show that I'm kind of less interested in. And I know that sounds wild. That sounds wild. Hear me out. That sounds wild. I think if so, I don't want to use this example, but I will. If like you really liked Harry Potter, and then Harry Potter was an adult now, and he was just and he was doing adult stuff, I feel like I would kind of care a little less, because that's not the initial conceit. That's a sequel.
Yeah, I think you can make. There's a way to make me care about following a character over time, but I don't know if that's really what we're seeing in Euphoria. Because one, I feel like the progression is shit. Like, I know we joke about how none of those niggas was ever in class doing no work, but like, what do you mean nobody went to college? That just seems a little absurd. I feel like at the very least, we could have seen my girl Lexi. How does she not go?
How old are they supposed to be?
Like in season 3? I actually don't know. I guess 21, 22-ish, 23. Honestly, I have no idea. Okay. Let me not even say that. It felt weird. Like I felt like even if everyone's not at the same school anymore, there was a way to depict them in that like middle stage of life, you know, where you're like some people in college, some people working, doing other shit. I felt like it kind of missed out on that opportunity to, you know, show that weird in between phase where you don't really know what you're doing. And no, instead it was like
seem to think that they're 24.
Okay. So it just skipped over that college era.
So they might some of them might, like, I feel like Lexi would have went to college, but I don't know.
Sam said, let me just speed run it so I can get them all naked.
Whatever. I don't know, man. I've got naked at home. I don't need Sam Levinson to give it to me.
I could watch naked in a good show. I could go watch me an HBO show and see some titties, and it's gonna be good too.
Oh, speaking of naked in a TV show, I've been watching Margo's Got Money Troubles.
Yeah, you told me about that.
It's pretty good. Elle Fanning, Nick Offerman, Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer's acting down. She pisses
I grew up
me the
on
fuck
her.
Off.
Scarface.
Yeah.
Loved her.
Yeah, it's great. I know Nicole Kidman's in it, but I haven't gotten to her yet.
I love her.
I think she's in the episode.
She's so weird. I love it.
Yeah, it's good. Margo's Got Money Troubles is about this.
Like, so basically it got all the blondes in it.
Every blonde.
The elite blondes, period.
It's about this woman named Margo, like this 20 like college student that like, this is the pilot episode, so if this sounds like a spoiler, it's not. This is the initial conceit. That gets like knocked up by her professor and keeps the baby, and like has to
class
pay for the child. She's a writer.
Oh man, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah. Of course, it's a fucking English professor.
Yeah. Right. That feels right. As people that have been in English for a while,
I guess, you know what?
I feel like it's something humanities, because it's like, oh, we're doing this creative work, and wow, you just can understand this better than you're just so adult.
It's that because I feel like whenever you get like a professor romance, okay, I know it's not like framing it as a romance, but like the books where it's like student professor romance, it's always the English teacher because like it's just sexier than math, I guess. Like try making a sexy scene and y'all are talking about fucking.
The professor comes up to you while you're doing lab work and it's like, wow, you're really handling those beakers. See me in my office. It was like, I don't know, man. Your jobs aren't
like
sexy.
At least you could read some Shakespeare.
Right. If you're gonna swoon anywhere, it's gonna be in a lit class.
English class, yeah.
Yeah. What other than Euphoria are you? What other media is in your life right now? This week?
Oh yeah. Well, I made it. I don't know if I said this last week, but I made it to season 4 of The Wire, and oof, I'm. It's scary.
You mentioned that this is the one you were excited for. You said that this is the good one.
Yeah, they're all really good, but this is considered to be like the best season by a lot of people.
Okay.
It's where you follow.
What makes it the best? I haven't seen The Wire.
Okay, so I'll say The Wire. You have your reoccurring characters, but each season is sort of like thematically about a different part of Baltimore. Like the first season was a lot about like this particular street gang and their like drug dealing and whatnot. 2, you get into like the Polish people and the union and like that kind of like crime stuff. Season 3 was all about politics and like like we're getting into the like legislative shit with the mayoral race and you got some senators and whatnot. And season 4 is where you're primarily following kids in Baltimore. So a lot of some of the kids have like connections to like other characters. Like you fall, that nigga from The Wire meme. It's the one where he's like, it's like the meme from The Wire.
Maybe.
Just look up The Wire
meme.
It's gonna be the first one.
Yes. Okay, that is who I thought it was. Yeah.
So his name is Weebay, and one of the youngins that you're gonna follow in season 4 is actually his son. So you, I was like, but yeah, I think it's gonna be one of the harder seasons to watch, of course, because it involves kids, and it's always crime and stuff is harder when you.
It's harder when it's kids.
Yeah. Also, middle school is a scary place. Just in general.
I hated middle school, even without crime. I hated middle school.
Yeah, so adding crime in.
Did I tell you I got pants in middle school?
What the hell?
I think it was 8th grade. I was not a cool kid. I sat at the loser table, which was fun. Like I was there. We were friends. Like we were cool.
Yeah.
I guess.
Loser table, middle school gang.
Yes. But like kids didn't like me. For valid and invalid reasons, and we were all kids. And this was during a time when I was very particularly self-conscious. I was like really coming into my insecurity. And so I was wearing oversized shirt, oversized shorts, right? Big shirt and pants. And also, for some reason, I don't remember the logic, but I was also really invested in freeballing at this time.
No,
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. And I remember it was some field day or something. Everyone was outside and people were like doing different stuff. And the group of like the popular kids, I guess, but the kids the popular kids. They approached me and one of them was like, "Are you gonna ask him?" And then one was like, "Ask him what?" As they kind of like spread out and flanked me. It's like, "What are you gonna? No, you do it." And then one of them came up behind me and pulled my pants down. But because my shirt was so long, no one saw anything, and I was able to like pull them right back up, no problem.
Oh, thank goodness.
And then in fact, one of them was like, "If your shirt wasn't so big and you're so fat, like we would have seen." In hindsight, you guys are fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
But one of the dudes that did it, he was like kind of my friend. Like we were friends, and then he kind of got in with the different group, and so he didn't sit at the table anymore.
Did he? He got elevated in the hierarchy.
Yes, he got promoted.
You got promoted. Worst feeling is when your friend gets promoted.
You're one of my new employees. But he felt so bad about it that he immediately went and told teacher. So the kid got in trouble, but everyone thought I told, and so they all got mad at me for snitching. And I was just like, I don't know,
I'm innocent.
I didn't do it. And then
all I did was be a victim.
Genuinely. And he was like begging, pleading. He was like, they were also mad because he now couldn't go to like 8th grade dance or whatever. He couldn't go to prom or whatever the fuck it was. And he was like, I already can't go to prom. Please don't press charges. Please don't press charges. And I was like,
nigga, what?
I don't know, man. I'm 13.
I just want to go.
I don't know, man. I just want to go play video games. Yeah. Why we're talking about that? Middle school. In conclusion, didn't like middle school. Middle school is bad.
No.
Also,
nothing good came from middle school.
With bringing up video games, what I've been doing, I've been playing Pragmata. I've mentioned it to you. It finally came out.
Yeah, how's it going?
I like it. It is not what I thought it was going to be. From some of the trailers. So Pragmata is about this like dude on like it's a futuristic game where this guy goes to the moon and is like under attack from the androids that are there, and to survive he needs the help of this and like good android who looks like a 6-year-old girl, little blonde girl. For some reason, I haven't found out why diegetically she looks like it, but take that as face value. We got to move on. From the trailers, I thought it was going to be a sad dad game. And by sad dad game, I mean like narrative-driven action game about like gruff, older, typically white guy and his kid. Last of Us, God of War, Walking Dead, I guess, I think fits in there. That kind of thing. And I God of War Ragnarok is one of my favorite games of all time. Like I was really hyped for it.
Into them because I love the sad, pathetic dad.
Oh, you'd love it. So they're doing a remaster of God of War, so you could maybe I don't know maybe do it then. I don't know.
Yeah.
This game is not that. It is not narrative heavy.
He's not sad. Just
kidding. It's not very sad. It's like you get there and he's like, yeah, I'm an orphan and I don't want kids. Whoa, I'm on an adventure with this child robot. And it just
now he's kind of healthy.
It's just they don't really dwell on it, on the setup. They just it's like, here's the little girl. And at first I was kind of disappointed because I set myself up to believe it would be this narrative heavy game. I've since made my peace with that. And I now really like it because it reminds me of older like PlayStation 2/3 era games. It feels like a similar gameplay loop to like a Ratchet and Clank or a Jak and Daxter or something like that, except mature and not cartoony. And it's beautiful game. Ooh. The gameplay is really interesting because you have to do this thing where to do damage to the robots you have to hack into them with the girl, and so it's like cool. You have to do a little mini game to hack, and then it's a third-person shooter, and you're like constantly having to do both of those at the same time. Very involved, very fun. I think you don't seem to like shooters very much. Nah. I think you could like it, but I don't think you would. You definitely wouldn't have the narrative weight to keep you invested that I think you specifically would need. You love a good story.
I do love a story.
Yeah,
I'm a story girl.
Not much story in this game. It is you surviving and like finding pieces. I think it's a very fun game. Yeah. All right.
So basically, if you like your first-person shooters in a pretty game,
third-person
shooters.
Third-person shooters.
Shit.
Third-person shooters. Very different vibe. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I don't even want to think about that right now. All I know is I'm bad at shooting, first and third. And second.
Speaking of bad, yeah, good trans. Speaking of bad, let's get into the discussion of the day.
I'm bad.
I'm bad. Really bad. We watched Michael. We watched the Michael Jackson biopic.
Yes.
And I thought it was fine.
It was fine.
I thought it was fine.
I thought it was
going to be egregious.
I thought it was going to be super fucking bad.
I'll start here. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a audience score of 96 and a critic score of 38. There are plenty of movies. There are plenty of movies that have really low critic score and really have audience score, and I'm like, yeah, I'm on the critic side. I know what you guys like, and this is slop.
Not this.
But I don't think Michael was slop. I think it was
mediocre,
empty.
I felt like the first part. I really like the first part when you're in his childhood, but I felt like it got to his adulthood, and by then it became like a glorified music video.
And I wouldn't even agree. Like, I agreed that it was a glorified music video. I think it was that from the jump. Now,
okay.
But I will say, as a biopic, and I want to say this first because I know people online get like weird when you're like, I just wanted to have fun. You guys are thinking about it too much. As a biopic,
no, I quite enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I had fun. I think it works as a biopic, right? You go for 2 hours. You get to see the beats of Michael's life that most people remember. There are a couple things about Michael Jackson that everyone kind of knows: his music, his fame, and his daddy, right? And the other stuff, but we'll get to that. we'll get to that. And it goes through those. It goes through Joe Jackson. It goes through Jackson 5. It goes through his first breakout. It goes to when his hair caught on fire. Spoilers if you don't know shit about Michael Jackson's life, I guess. But that is a real thing that I vividly remember, like learning about because I wasn't alive.
Yeah.
But it's fun. If you like Michael Jackson's music,
yeah,
you'll have a good time. You'll have a good time.
What I think happened is they did what they could with the power that they had, which is not that much. I think there's like a lot of people that go into Michael Jackson's story that, well, a lot of them are currently still alive. And I think that it's hard to do a proper biopic of like a complex figure when other people in that figure's lives are still alive. Because, you know, I'm like, I even think of like black people. Wait, no, I don't want that to sound racial. But, you know, there's this thing in the black community where it's like, keep your secrets buried. Keep this buried.
Yeah.
I'm sure this
don't tell people family business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
if you gave me enough time, I could connect that to slavery. But
for sure.
I digress.
Absolutely. Continue. And, you know, all of the Jackson brothers were involved in the production of it. And they're like it was
sponsored by the estate.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be hard to get the like introspection a figure like Michael Jackson has when you also are worried about making it look good on the family that is still alive. As you said, that's just me putting a period to what you've already said.
Yeah.
And I do think,
especially since he's such a revered figure.
Yeah.
Versus like I think of not to pivot to this, but the what was the biopic Chadwick Boseman did? It
Jackie
was
Robinson? 42?
Get on up.
Oh, what is that nigga's name? Oh my god. James Brown.
Why did my name? Yeah, James Brown.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that might be a little easier to do, like a biopic that shows the full life of James Brown versus like Michael Jackson.
Yeah. I think and I do want to talk about it as a film because I think personally I just don't like biopics. And,
that's fair.
And I say this to know the movie is fun. And if that is enough for you, go watch this movie, support your local cinema. Right? Good fun movie. That being said, a lot of the stuff we're going to talk about after this is going to sound like negative criticism. I encourage you to listen to it, but it is a fun movie. Go watch it.
Yes.
I don't think it works as a film because it kind of just meanders around different points in his life. Like you said, it kind of just like skips time really rapidly.
Yeah.
And I felt like most of the scenes were one of two things. It was either somebody talking to Michael or Michael talking to somebody in which they're going like, Michael, you're special. You're special. You can make it big. Or it's Michael and somebody else going, stand up to your dad. And though it was like one of those scenes, musical number. The other one of those scenes, musical number. And it felt so aimless as a film. Not as a biopic. Works as a biopic. But as a film, it didn't like stimulate me, I guess. There wasn't really anything interesting. Though, excuse me, I will say, Jafar Jackson, great.
Really good. I hope he does more acting. I want to see
more acting.
him.
I think he's trying to be more of a singer, but
okay.
I don't know.
Well, I feel like that sounded negative. I'm not hating on him wanting to sing.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Actually, I think he'd be great on Broadway.
That'd be cool.
He would kill it on there.
Yeah. I think he was great. I think my girlfriend Kenny would turn to me every now and then. And like she would jump with how startled she was with how
by Coleman Domingo.
No, by how I'll get to Coleman Domingo in a second. By how similar they made him look. I think I think makeup award winning.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like this,
they're coming for that Oscar makeup nomination
makeup, for sure. They snapped. They made him
especially in the later years.
Yes,
I was like, oh my god, that's
there
Michael.
Were so little minor differences between the years that I'm like, wow, that's
really good
on the makeup. Okay, now and then I also thought Coleman Domingo was good. It sounded like you wanted to talk about. He was
scary.
Him.
I was just gonna say. I remember I saw this post on X, and they were like, you felt like people like kind of like visibly shift when Coleman Domingo came on the screen because we were just scared. Like, oh my god, please don't come in and beat on these kids right now. Yeah. Honestly, I felt like they even. It was pretty sanitized towards Joe Jackson. Like we know what kind of man he is. But even then, I'm like, wow, they could have portrayed him much worse because he definitely was much worse. Like there was stories about like how
Coleman Domingo specifically could have portrayed him much worse. Like
because we know how Coleman can get.
That's an actor. That is
him as Mr. in the Color Purple musical. Scary shit.
Yeah.
And this is someone who was scared of the original Mr. actor who I have to look up in the original Color Purple. And I'm like, oh my god, he still managed to make him just as scary.
Yeah. Like we know Coleman Domingo had the chops, but the producers and the estate just didn't really have interest in doing that. Cause like it at its core, as a film, the narrative arc of this movie is a talented boy standing up to his father. At its core, if you take away the Michael Jackson of it all, this is a film about a boy learning to stand up to his father. Except we don't see any of the learning, though. I actually want to take that back because there was a consistent him going like, I need to stand up to my dad, and then turning to predominantly whatever like white man of authority is helping him, he would turn to him to stand up to his dad. And it got to the point where he had to do it himself. And so the narrative arc did complete. It was just very shallow.
Yeah.
Because again, the movie is about the feel the music. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know why I sang that little riff. That was stupid.
Ooh. And I think we definitely have to discuss one of the biggest parts that seems to have been cut out, and that's anything involving Diana Ross.
And yes, Diana Ross. I want to preface this section because I think as a biopic, it works really well. It's really fun. As a movie, it kind of fails. It's a little hollow. As a story about Michael Jackson's life, it has nothing to say about anything. And it's because it's so sanitized. And I think you can see that sanitization most clearly when it comes to Diana Ross.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we know she was a big portion of Michael's life growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing about the Wiz or anything about
you get to see him watching The Wizard of Oz a little bit.
Yeah.
In one of the scenes. And the movie is a lot of that. It's a lot of like, huh? This is a thing referenced later.
Neverland and Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
Yeah. But like there is no Diana Ross. Yeah. Actually,
and I think that's one of the main things that could be addressed because, there's stuff that potentially might be said in this implied part 2, but we know for sure we're not getting any Diana Ross in any part of this movie.
And it explain the relationship between Diana Ross and Michael Jackson for the people who may not know, and if they don't know, they're definitely not going to know from this movie.
Yeah.
She's not.
Okay, so this is all alleged. Like, don't come for me, Diana Ross. I'm scared of you. I don't care if you're 82. But so Diana Ross was always like a prominent like mentor figure in Michael's life. She was one of his favorite artists, but there was a lot of rumors speculating about their supposed relationship, and she was rumored even to have like taken Michael's virginity when he was 19. Like, it's rumored that a famous actress on set invited him to his room. Blah blah blah. Shit went down, but
he was 19 and she would be 33.
33. But she had known him since he was a kid, and
since
the weird shit started even before he was 19. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of weird.
She had him on a show.
Yeah.
She would have him on a show, and he played this dude that like she wanted to have sex with. Like,
yeah.
This boy child, this young child, not even like
he's like 9 or 10.
What is the name of the teacher that just got outed for sleeping with her students? Something Beck. Her brother's Noah Beck, and she's something Beck. It's not even like Michael Jackson was a teenager like at first, which isn't better. I don't want to say it's not better. It isn't better, but she had this child, this tiny boy on her television talking about like her lips and shit.
They had a skit where she was like, he was playing her boyfriend who was breaking up with her basically. And he's like 9.
Yes.
And she's talked about her being in love with him, blah, 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 in like past interviews and all this. And we don't know actually what was filmed or what was included, but once I found out, because I saw it from the actress herself, Kat Graham, because I always loved her from the Vampire Diaries. I always hoped, I would see more from her. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I saw her in some,
point of this, but I agree. It's weird that we don't see more of Kat Graham.
Yeah, and I would see her in like, little Hallmark movies and shit. But this is, I feel like one of my first times seeing her in like a major movie like this. So I actually felt really bad for her because I feel like this was a really good opportunity for her. She's in like a major feature film like this. And I'm like, damn, they had to cut out all her parts because Diana Ross said no.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, Diana Ross is rumored to have groomed Michael Jackson.
Allegedly. And if she did this allegedly, not okay. Not
also
good.
On the long list of things that Diana Ross did that were not okay. But we're not here to talk about all that.
That's not the discussion. That's a different discussion of a different day.
That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah. But I do think that is a microcosm of, if you look at the critics' criticism of this film, that kind of captures what was lost about it. And it's that the film isn't about anything. The film doesn't say anything about anyone or anything. It doesn't, at most it goes, hitting your child is bad.
Yeah.
But it doesn't like interrogate anything. There's no introspection. This is a huge, like, one of the most important figures of popular culture in existence. And we all watched him get, like, abused and allegedly groomed and deteriorate in front of our eyes while we cheered. And the film doesn't want to do any thought towards that. They want us to shut up and dance. And as a shut up and dance film, I was singing. They got me. He's got pops. What can I say? But I also don't want to shut up and dance. And I wish there was more. Just looking at the criticism, it's this like whole thing. Like Janet Jackson wasn't in the film.
She declined
as a character.
Yeah,
because real Janet Jackson declined to be in the film.
Yes.
And honestly, you could kind of feel stuff like that all throughout. It just feels like there were
a bunch of cuts,
like a bunch of things that were cut. Obviously, biopics are not documentaries. They are not seeking accuracy. They're seeking entertainment. Like I think with Michael, I kind of liken it to obviously these are all kind of biopics, but I liken it to The Social Network. Was it David Fincher? David Fincher's The Social Network, starring Jesse Eisenberg, the movie that's about Mark Zuckerberg, about the Zuck. And I think that movie is incredible. Love that movie. I think Mark Zuckerberg is bad.
Yeah, fuck Mark Zuckerberg.
That movie, even when it's critical of him, it is like capturing the mythos of the 2010s. There is an odyssey that has gone to define at least that decade and kind of this one around the figure of Mark Zuckerberg, even though in real life, a lot of that shit was different. And I feel that way about this movie, and I can feel it immediately. It's like, let's not think too hard about what was done to him or what he may or may not have done in his adult life. Let us just think about the icon.
Music.
Think about the idea of this sensation. And I kind of wish I got more about the man.
Yeah. Because I felt like, I don't know, at least when I heard about the movie coming out, I was like, oh, I'm gonna see this story of Michael Jackson's life. It's gonna be really touching and complex, and I'm gonna cry or something. And I was like, I'm not crying, but it's because they didn't give me anything to cry for.
No reason to cry.
Like, I'm listening to bangers, yeah, but like I do that in my home, you know. I don't.
Speaking of the bangers, this is kind of out of place. This is going back to it as a film, but I thought that some of the editing was really weak. Like, even when they were doing the shut up and dance kind of parts of it, there's just the fun music parts. Show me the nigga dance.
Because and it bothered me because there was like, they had this whole thing with him filming the Thriller video.
I was
and how him being super
about that scene. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they're like, show the feet, because like to connect with the music, like show the feet, blah blah blah. And then it's like
a scene where Michael, the character of Michael, talks to the director of the music video and was like, pull the cameras back so you can see the feet. And then they pull the cameras back so we can see the feet while he's dancing. And then the movie doesn't show us his feet.
Do it.
The movie does the same shot again.
Shit. And then Michael said, no, don't do that shit.
Are you paying attention to your own shit? What, show me his feet.
Like, I think that's one of the
show me Michael Jackson's feet.
Show me the feet, because his feet were everything. Like, they even did the whole thing with him talking to the Crips and them showing him how to Crip rock and shit. Like, but yeah, this is just a little tangent, but like, I kind of like, I enjoyed the Thriller scene a lot because I know Michael Jackson himself, he actually got really obsessed with horror because of this, what was that old horror movie? Is it Dawn of the Dead? I think
Dawn of the Dead, that zombie movie.
One of them has like, one of the sequels has like a black guy starring in it, which I was like, whoa, I didn't know that. But yeah, I know he worked with like a zombie movie guy because he was just super obsessed with horror movies at the time, and that's how we got Why Do I Feel Like Somebody's Watching Me? You know that song.
Yeah. Kind of like when we had that South Asian phase in the late aughts. When everyone was trying to be Indian for a hot minute for some reason.
Yeah.
Everyone was trying to be a horror movie.
A telenovela where they were like Indian. Like none of the people in it were Indian, but like it was about them in India being Indian.
Me when I'm Wes Anderson. Yeah. that boy love India. What can I say? He love India. But
the person
yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I don't have anything.
Okay. Well, back to the point.
Yes.
I do. There is the more I learn about the film, though, like with the estate stuff, with the people getting lawyers to edit their parts, with people denying to be in it, the more I learned about it, the more grace I gave it.
Yeah.
Like there was a little frustration leaving the movie that I was like, that was fun, but it felt like it was pacifying.
But I understand.
Yeah, but I understand. And I do think the thing that gives me the most grace about this movie is that it isn't finished.
Yeah, there's still part 2.
Biggest spoiler that, like, if you didn't know, it sets up for a part 2.
I think it has time to be better than part 1, especially if they take in some of the feedback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not super optimistic. Yeah.
I don't think they will.
And but you know why?
Mm-hmm.
No, continue. You continue.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, if the second part is better, it would retroactively make the first part better. Because, again, it does a lot of setting up. It plants seeds that we as the audience are supposed to understand. Right? The way he talks about Neverland, the way like the little Wizard of Oz stuff, right? There are a bunch of little things that we are supposed to go like, aha, I understand why this thing happened as an adult now. But because the second movie isn't out yet, whatever potential places those things might have gone to are just that, potential. And while I do understand why so many critics would criticize this movie like this, I do think a lot of it is a little disingenuous because, like,
what about the Elvis?
It is an incomplete project. What about the Elf?
No, I was just thinking, I'm like, does this happen with the Elvis movie? Like, I'm not trying to, make it where niggas be like, y'all didn't do this to Elvis.
I don't know.
Not even that.
Which one? The Austin Butler one?
Yeah. I do feel like it was pretty empty with the shit with the allegations.
I mean, but I heard it was bad. I heard people didn't like it. Is it just called Elvis?
I feel like it was okay. Like, I felt like there was more details than, like, the MJ movie.
It has a 77 critic score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, like, I feel like there was more details, but I also feel like maybe, back to my larger point, you can't really make a good biopic when a lot of people involved are alive.
Yeah.
Because they care too much about their imagery and shit.
Yeah, 100%. And, like,
best biopics come out when everybody's dead.
I completely agree. And in 30 years, we're gonna get another Michael biopic, and it's gonna be different.
It's gonna be fire.
Yeah. I don't. I'm sure the Elvis movie has similar issues. I can't speak on how race may or may not have played into the difference of critics. I
don't even want to open that up. Like, don't come for me in the comments, please.
Yeah. I think if this were a book, if this were a narrative, if this were a fiction, I think it'd be easy to go, well, you're harder because people are black. But this isn't a fiction, and people are autonomous, and so I can't speak on that.
And yeah, I'd be lying if I said the MJ movie it felt a lot emptier than the Elvis movie. So I will say that. Just straight up.
I haven't seen the Elvis movie, so I have to take her word for
it.
And
I don't give a fuck about Elvis music. Like, let me just say that. Beyond the
Me neither. Yeah, no, I think if you're I think most people are probably going to be looking for a fun time where they get to see
enjoy the
and
music.
hear MJ. This is that.
Shit, go see it in 40X or something.
Yes,
like you might
see it in IMAX. It hit in IMAX. I gotta say, and I think it's regardless of the politics of it, I do think it's valuable. One, because supporting your local cinema, but the sound design is killer. Go figure. In the Michael Jackson
Give him another
movie,
award.
It sounds great.
For that,
I think easy front runner as of April 2016
for the Oscars
for makeup and sound. I think it sounds incredible. And not just the music. The clicks and the engineer booth, right? The fireworks.
I feel like the moments where we had Michael's like process of like making the song.
Yeah. Seeing him like hum and snap to himself. I'm treating that as a part of the sound design, and it like even those incomplete things sound stimulating. They are interesting, and that stuff is good. If you're looking for a film in which the Jackson family finally has their reckoning, this ain't it.
And I don't know why you thought it was gonna be it. I'm gonna be honest.
Because you know how people get, right? Like people are like, I can't support this movie because he did XYZ. And if that's how you feel, more power to you. But also, he was really important for those other reasons. Stop getting mad at the people that are living their lives and just want to see their favorite artist's movie. And because I say this like as a person who is pretentious, I know how people get defensive when I am pretentious.
Yeah.
Right? I know the ways that they're like, well, oh, you wanted more from the Michael movie, right? Like you're the one doing the disservice for wanting this movie to be Citizen Kane or whatever.
I mean,
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I feel like it's okay to have expectations for stuff that might not necessarily be aimed at being like a critically acclaimed film.
Yeah.
It's not bad to want more from biopics or anything. And it's not even like a super like we didn't straight up be like, yeah, I hate this fucking movie. Give me more. There were good parts about it.
Yeah. And like to give a little bit more to the people that like it. I think 38 on Rotten Tomatoes is OD. I think some of the people that are like, because coming into this movie, I heard it was awful. I heard it was dog shit.
I heard it was dumpster fire.
Yes, it is not. I think a lot of those people are dragging it. It is not that.
And a lot of the critiques have to do with like, one can straight up, y'all have to hold this until part 2 comes out.
Yeah.
Your timeline is just
it genuinely feels a lot of the complaints were like, but they didn't talk about the stuff that's going to be in the sequel. Yeah, nigga. What do you
He had a long ass life.
The movie's already 2 hours.
And that's even with the shit that got cut out.
That's with the shit that got cut out. And follow me for a second here. I do think because I feel like the movie could have been a better film and it could have had more to say about Michael Jackson's life. If they were gonna do it in 2 parts, they might as well have done it in 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they could have done young Michael. They could have done a trilogy. Young Michael, adult Michael, and then like Weichel. White Michael. Right? Like with all those controversies. Like there's a world where this could have been a really interesting and like artistically guided trilogy. And it never will be that because this movie
it could have been up there. I feel like for me, when I start getting pretentious with my biopics, I'll go to like Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been as good up there for the biopics, because I think the thing about Malcolm X is it's a good film and it's a good biopic.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been a good film and it could have been a good biopic.
And
too.
I agree, and I don't think you're weird for saying that. But I know how the internet works, and some people do think you're weird for saying that. It was like, oh, you want the history movie to also be a good movie? Kinda. Yeah. Because people were like this about Super Mario Galaxy that just came out.
Oh yeah, because they're
Super
like
Mario Galaxy just came out.
Super Mario Galaxy to be good.
Yeah. It's like,
well, kinda.
What did you expect? It's a kids movie. I've seen Shrek. They can be good. They can be good.
I've seen the Lego movie. The kids movies, they can be really fucking good.
They can be really good. And yes, not all of them will be, but I don't think I'm the weirdo for thinking that they could try.
I also feel like it almost like, what do you think kids are? Like, you think they're all like these uncritical beings and they all just watch complete bullshit. Like, I know I watched a lot of bullshit when I was younger, but I also know defining my personality was like, oh yeah, I'm watching this show and this shit is good. Like, I like
Unfortunately, Leah, yes. A lot of people think kids are these little they're pets that learn how to talk to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
They just all watch Brain Rot.
Yeah.
all
it's
day
like my stupid fucking kid could sit down for Super Mario for a couple of hours, so it works for me. Cool. It also could have been a good movie. I don't think I'm weird for saying that.
Like, they had some talent in the movie.
Yeah. And that's how I feel about Michael. I think the movie is very fun. Fun movie. Very
It was
empty.
cool to see. Yeah, it was cool even to see. I thought the concert scenes were cool in the sense that I'm like, wow. Mm-hmm. Even in today's day and age, it would be super easy to go on the streets anywhere, or not just on the streets, but to just go out in the world and find a stadium full of people who could still sing all the lyrics to all these Michael Jackson songs. Like, people, Gen Z type shit, millennials, niggas who are not at his concerts and stuff. And so yeah, it was cool seeing his impact from that, at least from those scenes.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Go watch the movie, support your local theater.
Have fun.
Have fun. Enjoy it.
It's not as bad as you think, but it's just okay.
I also don't want people to like use this as a way to like double down on their feelings towards criticism. I think there's been a trend of antagonism towards the practice of critique, and you could just not agree. And
it's cool.
It doesn't have to be anything more than that. I don't agree with some of these people. People are giving it like 1 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Sometimes.
Woo! And that's at least 2.
Yeah. I feel like Jafar Jackson gives it at least a 2 from his dancing abilities and his talent.
I was fully convinced.
That's Michael.
The one time I wasn't convinced was how they replaced him for Off the Wall, for the cover of Off the Wall. I was like, oh, you look kind of silly.
That's Jafar Jackson.
I was like, yeah, that's not my nigga right there. That's really funny. But all the other times, they nailed it. It's a shame that the movie has nothing to say. Still very
because
fun.
The talent was there.
Coleman Domingo can act down, and he did great with what he got, but he could have been given so much more.
Yeah. The scariest man who was the loveliest in real life.
Yeah. Yeah. Go watch this movie, and when you get back, where can they find us, Leah?
You can find us on any place that they have podcasts, as well as TikTok, and here on YouTube.
And on Patreon for $5 a month, you can get access to our show, Office Hours, our pod after the pod, where we're a little looser, a little bit riskier, maybe consume a little legal substance, and just have a little bit more fun. If you want to have some fun, here's a little sneak peek to know what you're getting.
But close. If you're really asking,
she's genuinely like
Hoboken uniquely
on a Disney show is how she's like.
Try switching it up.
She never could break out of like the Disney accent.
Yeah. You don't even know what you're talking about, Colton.
I care how I represent myself. And this is
Kick rocks.
Someone who
like you're yelling at me.
Drop on clothes they can
I mean, I guess she's projecting. She's probably in her closet.
Kind of money.
Give her a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. So if you can afford $5, go and send it our way. If not, please like, comment, subscribe the video if you like the video. And until we see you next, stay black, stay nerdy, and read books.
Please read.
There's got to be a good book about Michael Jackson, right? Like, I'm sure they took some inspiration from that. What's that book?
Yeah, there has to be a good biography.
I left the theater wanting to learn more about Michael Jackson, especially since so much of it got left out.
Diana Ross.
Diana Ross. When I catch you, Diana.
When I catch you, old heifer. Let me chill.